Hey Pisces, this is HES for HES Ultimage, and this is your divination forecast for the month of March. So, February saw us through a period where there were some very intense changes, very intense feelings about having to face our demons, face um, our roadblocks in order to cleanse them and reach our heavier potential. I already mentioned this a lot in your February, but I didn't even get to see in that just how much we would have to clear out in order to tap into, what I was already telling you about with the greater sense of power and the higher energy that we're moving into. So let's see what March has to bring here. All right, energy that surrounds us in March. And right on target. All right, here we go, guys. Ojmanipada, the velocity, and Hindinipada, giver of divine energy. So it's right in line with what I was telling you in February. We're really the ones who are tapping into the magic the fastest. This magic is now manifesting in many ways for people, but it has to do with abilities and powers that humanity was pretty negligent towards for a long time, and now we're coming into them, and we're coming into them so fast that it can be really scary, guys. I know that it's a lot to take in, so just try and trust yourself, because the trust is part of the remedy. And after you've done your initial demon slaying, it gets a lot easier. Because this is a time of like ascension and transcendence. And we're moving towards something where, in order to be more empowered, we need to accept our full selves. All right. Energy we're bringing. Here we go. Niryapada, the clairvoyant, paired with Chakrashvaripada. Boy, do I know these energies well. Niryapada is really interesting because she represents intuitive powers, and even more importantly, intuitive powers that can devour darkness and shadows. So anything that creates insecurity or terror in your heart when it comes to illusions, she wants to pretty much destroy and, take out so then you can purify. Chakrashvaripada represents the abilities and the extra sensations we get through our body. Because, just as much as our powers and abilities are generated through spirit, they're also generated through your physical body. And your physical body is an important part of the combination. It's the conduit. It's the vehicle for all of these other sensations. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of it. And part of the way you take care of it and bring it into a higher realm is by devouring and eating away the darkness first and the fears and insecurities, so that way you can tap into higher power. All right. Reflection. Here we go. Ahimayapada, the winner. This is a really important card for this month, because I know, again, February saw us facing any kinds of shadows or insecurities or fears. It put them right up to your face. Like, you had to look at it so closely that you couldn't deny anything. And because of that, then it's like it forced you to become new. And Ahimaya would suggest that the new thing is better than what you had, even if you weren't expecting it. It's big energy, guys. It's a big change, and it's going to be a big change for a big world. All right. Action. Here we go. Anitakaripada, big card for a lot of signs for this month, and probably for humanity itself. Anitakaripada, the extremist. That being in our action sector would suggest to me big, drastic changes coming to people under the sign of Pisces. I've already been seeing this a lot from people in general, but but especially since it's showing up in your personal sign, it's even more highlighted. But it's the idea that, oh, and it's talking with the divine energy. So again, I believe that people with planets or ascendants in Pisces are going to be experiencing the shift a lot more clearly and immediately than a lot of other people. And it's going to, yeah, because the speed, the velocity is there. So it's the idea that we're going to be making drastic changes and becoming different people. Yeah, and because it's a part of the ascension process. All right, reaping. Here we go. All right. Maheshwari the unconditional love, paired with Samudripada, the ocean of all possibilities. Samudri has probably been in more than half or half of the videos, or many, many of the videos. Samudri is a big part of this new world, this new era, this new few decades, whatever. She represents the full potential of all things. Maheshwari shows, remember how I said about the demon slaying and all, and the purifying? Maheshwari shows that in March, we'll find more inner healing, because again, I have to tell this to you guys. The demon slaying has to happen. You'll never become your new self and your best self until you go through it. And there's no way of getting out of it. You just need to go with it. But know that there's a lot of love that comes after once you've seen the Into the Heart and the Eye of the Beast. It's then that you really tap into your full potential. Whether this manifests itself as your abilities or powers that, again, are beyond what most are experiencing right now, or rather that we're experiencing them at a speed and at an intensity that's on a completely different level. But remember, this change is a good change. It might be different than what you were expecting, but that's part of the empowerment and part of the plan. All right, guys. So remember, it's hitting us at a speed and intensity that is unlike most of the signs. So know that it's a part of the plan that you receive these abilities and use it to your highest good. All right, guys. I'll see you later.